I wanted to work through a short example or a short question that relates to the material that we covered in the first lecture. I'll do similar things for the later lectures. There'll probably be longer examples, there'll be longer problems, there'll be more mathematical examples, more mathematical problems as we work on to a more mathematical approach to electricity. But in this particular case, for this first lecture, it's a simple, straightforward question without any math needed to answer the question. So we're asked to think about charging objects by rubbing. So we can charge a glass rod by rubbing it with a silk cloth. We can charge a plastic rod by rubbing it with cat's fur. In charging, we are transferring charge from, say, the silk or the cat's fur to the glass rod or the plastic rod. And in this question, we're asked the following. We're told a glass rod receives a 3 nanocoulomb positive charge when it's rubbed by a silk cloth. So the glass rod acquired a positive charge, 3 nanocoulombs. The silk cloth would acquire a negative charge of 3 nanocoulombs as charge was transferred between the silk and the glass. And the question is, in this process, in making the glass rod positively charged, did we transfer protons that are positively charged to the glass rod? Did we remove electrons, which are negatively charged, from the glass rod? Or did we do both, some mix of transferring protons and electrons? Well, the answer to this question, and all questions like this about charging by rubbing, is that we're always transferring electrons. When you rub a material with a cloth, when you rub the glass with the silk, when you rub the plastic with the cat's fur, you're always transferring electrons. You're not transferring protons. Electrons in these materials are those light elementary particles, fundamental particles, that are very mobile, very easy to move around. Protons, well, they're those heavy fundamental particles, and they're immobile. You don't move them around. So we always transfer electrons when we charge by rubbing. So as the glass rod became positively charged, we've had to have removed electrons from it. And the silk cloth has become negatively charged. That means we added electrons to it. If we took the cat's fur and we took the plastic rod and we rubbed the plastic rod with the cat's fur and it became negatively charged, the plastic rod became negatively charged and the cat's fur became positively charged, that means we would have transferred electrons to the plastic rod and removed electrons from the cat's fur. So it's always transfer of electrons. Electrons are transferred when you charge by rubbing. Protons aren't transferred when you charge by rubbing. Remember, electrons, tiny light things, you can move them around. Protons, heavy and mobile things, you don't transfer them around.